Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? I was just driving around listening to a little Johnny Cash, When the Man Comes Around. I wanted to come back to I can't ever speak. I'm so nervous on this channel always. I don't know why. Somebody said that my intro should be, I'm so nervous on this channel, and it probably should be. But I woke up today and it was like 30 degrees outside. It's 32 right now. And we had an ice storm. And I went to bed rather late last night. It wasn't raining or anything last night. I will say when I got out of my car, it was like so windy and I could hear the wind howling and stuff, you know? So when I walked out to my car was covered in ice, first of all. And then I looked at the trees and it reminded me of when I was a little kid. And my mom would say, Jack Frost came overnight? And I'd say, he did? And she'd say, yeah, and he touched all of the trees. And if you ever saw the cartoon back in the day with Jack Frost and he would like touch the trees and then the tree would like be covered in ice. Do you guys remember that back in the day? So anyway, the trees were beautiful in our neighborhood, and like each tree was just like dotted with ice, and it was beautiful. So I thought I would come out to Ritchie Woods, which is this state park, and just kind of walk around a little bit. Now I have to tell you, I pulled into the parking lot and there's literally not one car out here except for this person over here, and they have their lights on and they're getting ready to like pull out of here. The last time I was here, now if you watch my vlog, Peter Vlogs, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the last time I was here, right as I turned around on the bridge and I ended the video, I got really scared because this guy literally came out of nowhere and started walking towards me really fast. And he was parked in a red pickup truck right back over there. And the pickup truck was backed in. And I was parked over here. And so I was booking it out of the woods, you know? And now, many of you know that I have a true crime book club. And so my mind is constantly reeling just with, you know, serial killers and all kinds of stuff no, but seriously, like stuff that could happen, you know? And there was one other family, and it was like we had this really like heavy snow, and there was one other family out here, and I didn't see them anywhere when I was in the woods. And this guy was like walking really, really fast. And so I got in my car really quick, and I like, you know, locked the doors, and I was just like sitting here. When he came to the car, or he came to his truck, he like came to the passenger side, and he threw something in the back of the truck, and then he stood there. And so I kind of like turned back around, and then when I looked, he was looking through his passenger side window right at me, and I was like, I'm out of here. I was so scared. So there's no red truck today, but there's nobody out here except for this Tesla. I don't think a serial killer probably drives a Tesla. Maybe Dexter, I don't know. But I'm like, I hope that this isn't a serial killer over here waiting for me to go into the woods. I actually, oh, Siri, Siri. Oh, my iTunes is playing Tenderness by General Public. I love that song. But I actually went home because I walked out of the house with plastic Birkenstock sandals on. And so I went home and I hardly wear these anymore because it's been nice the last month. But I got these Crocs that have the lining inside of them, so my feet would be warm when I'm walking through here. So I thought I would walk and show you guys the ice on the trees because it's so pretty. I'm actually gonna walk over here first, I think, and show you guys what it looks like over here because it's so pretty. You can literally like hear the wind moving through the trees, but over here it is so pretty. This is where he was parked right here. I have a feeling that this guy in the red pickup truck is going to be an ongoing saga on my channel. I don't know if it'll even pick up. Oh, it does kind of pick up on the camera. Can you see it? So pretty. So you see? Look at that field over there. You can see like all the ice and the stuff. I used to not be, it actually doesn't feel that cold out. I mean, it's cold, but it's not too cold. I actually used to not be such a nature person. But I'm really liking it more and more. And every time I come out here, I always think, like, this summer I'm gonna, like, go hiking in the woods. Hopefully, maybe there will be more people. And it won't just be me. Can you guys hear the trees bending? I won't be walking all the way to the bridge this time because, well, maybe. We'll see. That scared me last time, though. I love this little path. Oh, did I lock my door? I don't know if I locked my door. Another car just pulled up. Can you guys hear all of the trees bending? Can you see the ice out there? Isn't that so pretty? I think it's gorgeous out here. You see those trees bending in the wind? Oh, it's so pretty. See, there's all these paths that go off into the woods. And I would take those. Orchard Trail, I love that. But I don't necessarily want to do it while I'm by myself. I think this thing over here is so cool. Every time I always have to visit it. But if you ever watched the movie, the first season of True Detective, you'll know, like, this reminds me of that stuff that they found in the woods when they found the girl originally. I don't know why this is always such a scary walk for me. Who would just sit in here? Oh my gosh. It's so pretty out here. I'm at the point where I feel like I should video record everything because it terrifies me out here. I feel like I just heard somebody. But you guys, I'm not lying to you when I tell you that I'm looking down right now and there's a pair of socks that would not fit an adult. Just sitting there on the ground. That's the kind of stuff that scares me. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be in this woods by myself. Where does this path go over there? I'll just bring you guys with me from now on. The last time, the reason why I stopped filming, because people were like, I thought I heard somebody whistling, like for their dog or something. People were like, well, if this guy was following you, why did you stop recording? Well, the reason that I stopped recording was because I was like, if he sees that I'm recording, this is how I think. I know this is crazy. Am I the only one that thinks this way, that thinks through this stuff? I'm like, if he sees me recording, then he might like want my camera and come you know, at me more. So I was like, it was so funny. This little area right here I commented on when I was here before, that it reminded me of when I was a little kid and we would go on field trips. We would like have lunch at little places like this, and so many people commented on this, and I would always sit by myself. I remember field trips when I was a kid, like so profoundly. I never wanted to go on field trips because I didn't have any friends, and so I was always like literally alone. And depending on, this is so pretty through here. Look at all these trees. So this is crazy, but my best friend, she owns a dog kennel, and her dog kennel backs up to all of this. And so she has all the land over there. And one night we were walking really late at night, and she made me like walk way on that side all the way down the road into her kennel and stuff. I was terrified. I was like, Tanya Jean, what are you doing to me? But yeah, when I was a kid, how much fun I had really depended on, there's so many birds out here today. It really depends. Oh, I thought it was a blue jay, but it's not. Trash in the woods, isn't that sad? Really depended on, God, I walked down here far that last time, because I don't see the bridge at all. There's a cardinal. A cardinal is the sign of my mom. Do you see the cardinal up there? Where is it? There's two of them. Oh, hold on. There it is. Just flew away. Look at this, too close for comfort. But my level of fun on field trips. Is there anybody behind me? Really depended on how nice the chaperone mother was. Because if she was nice and she let me kind of just hang out with her all day, I think there were a lot of moms that really realized that I was just a lonely kid and I didn't have any friends, and so they would let me stick by them. But then every once in a while, I think that there's cruelty in adults too. Every once in a while, there would be a mom, and she would say, "You need to go play with the kids. Like, why aren't you playing with the kids?" And I'd say, "Because they don't want me to play with them, you know." But now, apparently, there is a small cemetery out here somewhere. People told me about. It's like muddy right here. Thank God I went home and changed my shoes. Apparently there is a cemetery out here. Now someday I will go searching for the cemetery, but I think I'm gonna wait on a day where there's a lot more people. Okay, now let me show you what happened the last time I was here. So I came down to this bridge. This so reminds me when I was a kid, we had a creek like this. It was almost exactly like this that ran behind our house. And it went for miles and miles and miles. And in the winter it would freeze over and we would play in the creek, and we would just like put our snow boots on and we would walk down. Okay, now the last time that I was here, isn't that so pretty? If somebody could tell me where the cemetery is, I would love to know that. But the last time that I was here, this guy literally was like right over there just standing, and then he started walking down, and I was like, oh, no. Look at this big tree right there. It's so still and silent out here. Look at that, everywhere. It's so beautiful. I know it's probably hard to believe, But I don't even know why I get scared in the woods, because I think it's because of all the scary books I read and the true crime stories I follow and stuff. But when I was a kid, we played in the woods every single day. Every single day. And sometimes I'd play out there by myself, you know, all day long. Catch crawdads in the creek. We were forever building forts. My dad made me, and this is funny that, I think it was after, it must have been after my parents were separated. My dad came over one summer and he built this like extravagant tree house that had like stairs, like not a ladder, stairs that you like walked up, you know, into this tree house that was like behind our house but it was back in the woods. And the air always smells different in the woods. It smells, I mean, it's kind of silly, but it smells so fresh and clean out here. I think this is what I'm really enjoying about being out in nature, is that, and it's kind of sad, honestly. I thought I heard somebody stepping on leaves. It's kind of sad that it took me 48 years to realize that my connectedness to the world is maybe through nature. And I get it now, why so many people feel that way. But anyway, my dad built me this amazing tree house, and we used to play up there and have mud fights and stuff. My mom, on her last Christmas before she passed away, I've told this story on other videos, but we would go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee and get a cabin. And on Christmas Eve that year, my arm was tired. We had gone to Cherokee, which is on the other side of Gatlinburg, to the casino. There wasn't really a lot to do, it was just the two of us. And so, these birds are so pretty out here. And so we had gone to Cherokee. Well, I got lost. Oh, there was an ice storm there that night. And they were warning people, like, you can take the interstates to get to Cherokee from Gatlinburg, or you can go over through Cherokee National Forest, which at its highest, I think it's the highest point in the eastern United States. And what are these people doing out here? There's these people out here with these blue ponchos on, taking pictures of that tree thing. But anyway, hi. So, so we, on the way back from Cherokee, I got lost. I couldn't find the way back on the interstate. And my mom was always very scared of driving on, you know, bad roads and stuff. And so I started going towards the mountain. And she didn't realize it right away. This was probably about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning. And she said, "Oh, please don't take me into the mountain. Please don't take me in the mountain. Please don't take me in the mountain." She was so afraid. I said, "Mother, this is the only way." I'm gonna put the camera on this thing for a second. Well, that's not. Maybe if I stand this way, so I can talk for a second. I said, "Mom," whew, my hand is tired from holding the camera. I said, "Mom, this is the only way. I don't know how to get there any other way." I stopped and asked for directions, and I was still confused. So she was like, "Close your eyes," and we put on music. And if you've ever been to Cherokee National Forest, it like winds up. And it literally is one of the most gorgeous places I've ever been in my life. And you see little trickles of, you know, a creek going down the side of the mountain and stuff. And then at the top, it kind of plateaus off, and then you go back down. So when we hit the top and we were coming back down, and I'm not a person that loves heights either. So, you know, I was just trying to like keep the car on the road or whatever, but it was very icy. And at one point, I kind of skidded off to the side of the road. And so we stopped, and it was like absolutely silent except for like the music playing. And my mom reached over and she like turned it down, and she goes, and I started to start the car again. She said, "Can we just sit here for a second, please?" And the sun was starting to come up, and I went, and so we got out of the car, and she like got out, and she like walked over to the side, and where we were standing, you could see like the Smoky Mountains, the complete range behind us. And the sun was coming up, and my mom turned around and she looked, and she said, and she put her hands up like this, and she said, "And this is God." And that was the picture that I used on her funeral, you know, her viewing flyer. I just remember her saying that, you know, and I've always thought that, like, as a person in recovery, you know, and not just that, but I'm a very spiritual person, and I'm not really sure why it took me so long to realize that this is God, you know, this is my connectiveness to the universe. And I'm starting to think that this is kind of my happy place. Even though it scares me, you know. Even though it scares me, I think this is my happy place, so. Well, this was my walk in the storm, in the ice storm that we had earlier. And I am coming out into the parking lot, so I'm gonna get off here now. And I love you guys, and I'll see you real soon.